Hi, welcome to my channel, Lux to O. And today I am wearing black because I want to tell you about a sad subject, and that is discontinued perfume gems, at least in my opinion. These are fragrances that I am not sure why they were discontinued. Apparently people didn't love them as much as I did, or perhaps you. But the first one is going to be by Kayali, and it's their amber scent, which I think is a lovely fragrance, and I can't believe it's been discontinued. This one is Kayali Invite Only. And I didn't open this yet because I do have one open and it is in my purse. And then my darling husband knew how much I love this scent, and he said I should order more of the travels, so I did. And there's one more travel spray as well. And it's a beautiful fragrance. It's an oriental spicy, tobacco, sour cherry, honey. It also has chocolate hazelnut. And in the middle it has Ceylon cinnamon, May rose, damask rose, citrus leaf. The base notes are amber, agarwood, vanilla, benzoin, sandalwood, patchouli, cypriol oil, and nargamantha and musk. That's a lot of notes in a fragrance. I describe this as being thick, dense, sensual, and absolutely enticing. I don't know why they discontinued this. Invite Only was truly the perfect name for this fragrance. I get thick, lustrous, perhaps honey, to sweeten, and very comforting notes. It's long-lasting and strong projection, which for me, that's wonderful for a Kayali fragrance, and I enjoy it so much. This is great for a date night, theater evening, or really any place you choose to go. When last I checked, it was still only available in the travel size. I'm hoping they'll bring it back. The next discontinued gem, at least it was for me. I guess it wasn't for a lot of people, or they would still be selling it. But this is by Parfums de Marly, Sedbury. This is a unisex fragrance, and this is a chypre floral. Oh, to me, I just think it's absolutely beautiful. And this bottle is about 3 years old, and it's about empty. Luckily for me, I did have a backup bottle. When I determine I really like something and the notes are a little iffy, I'm not so sure everybody's going to like it, or a lot of people would like it, then I go ahead and buy a backup if I can. And I'm glad I did in this case because it has been discontinued. This is appropriate for all seasons except for summer, in my opinion. This is an unusual feminine fragrance. It took me a few times of trying it before I learned to love it. I can see where this would not be so feminine, but rather a unisex fragrance. The top notes do have the clary sage, lavender, tangerine, and bergamot. So it has a bright opening with a little bit of the aromatic clary sage. The heart has tuberose and jasmine and iris. The base has benzoin, vanilla, ambergris, vetiver, and patchouli. My bottle of this lasted for a while until a few months ago. I did purchase a bottle for my backup, but I did think to myself I needed to go ahead and see if I could even make sure I had another one since I was about to break open that new box. I did go to the Parfum de Marly's website and found that the scent was discontinued. And I went earlier in the year and sent an email to Parfums de Marly to see if that was a fragrance that they might be discontinuing, because I noticed that a lot of places were not getting restocked on that particular scent of Sedbury. And I didn't think it would be mass appealing. And they told me there was no plans at that time to discontinue any in their feminine line. But that was not the case. So when I see one and I'm seeing it not being restocked, somehow that lets me know that they may be discontinuing it. I don't know if that's true for all of them. I don't know if anyone else has had a problem with Parfums de Marly discontinuing something. Maybe you noticed the same thing with Sedbury. But it's a lovely fragrance, and I'm sorry to see that it was also discontinued. This next one I'm sure is going to break a lot of people's heart, and it would normally for me. This is L'Entre Deux Intense, and this is the black bottle. It's an oriental floral, feminine fragrance, fall and winter appropriate. It was launched in 2020, and the perfumer is Dominique Robion, Anne Filippo, and Fanny Ball, all very well-known perfumers. In here you have the black pepper, the tuberose, sesame, which is absolutely delightful for me, orange blossom, vanilla, patchouli, and vetiver. Beautiful and recently discontinued, and they discontinued it after introducing the L'Entre Deux Intense Absolute. I do have a dedicated review on this one, the L'Entre Deux Intense Absolute, and it is similar, but to me, certainly not the same. And I would choose the L'Entre Deux Intense before I would ever choose the Absolute. But it looks like I'm going to have to love the Absolute or learn to really like the L'Entre Deux Rouge, which I already do. It's a beautiful fragrance too, but I am truly going to miss that sesame note that's in here. Luckily, this is a brand new bottle, and I do have a backup bottle. So this is warm, earthy, enticing, and with something in here that is just pure elegance to me. This works magic on me. Every single time I wear it, I get compliments. Now I know we wear perfumes for ourselves, but we can't say that when you get a compliment that it doesn't feel good. And it's not usually just one compliment, it's usually several. And out of all the flankers of the original L'Entre Deux, this has been my favorite. And I'm very sorry that it's been discontinued. It can still be found on some websites, and I encourage you to try this elegance before it evaporates, which will be soon. It's central, sweet, and spicy. If you can't find this one, the L'Entre Deux Absolute is close with the tobacco note, but I even tried it again this morning, and it's close, but without that sesame note, it is just not the same. I think once my intense versions have evaporated, and it may take a while, that I will move on to the Rouge version. That would be my second choice. The Absolute, they added the tobacco note in it, which is fine, and you may enjoy that if you like tobacco, and it's a smoother tobacco. But between the two, I would always choose the intense version. And I also have the lotion that goes with it that, while this does not need any help in the longevity area, it certainly makes it an all-day wear. Now let me mention there are rumors for Guerlain. I've just heard that Mon Guerlain, the Le Legionnaire perfume series, that they may be put into B bottles. I think they're real iffy on if the Mon Guerlain, this bottle, would be put into a B bottle. I don't know that they will. I don't know if there'll be reformulations. I do think that their Mon Guerlain Intense should be one that they keep. I have used up this 100 ml bottle, and I'm glad I do have one that's still sealed. Also, I have a review on other Guerlain Greats, is what I call it, from their La Legendaire series, and would hate for the ones that I like in that series to be discontinued, because they truly are very feminine, and sometimes they're what I feel like wearing, so I'm hoping those will not be reformulated or discontinued. And the last one that when last I looked, it's difficult to find now, but the Miss Dior Absolutely Blooming. I think Christian Dior has a real hit with their 2024 Miss Dior formulation. I will say, though, that this Absolutely Blooming was gorgeous, and you may still be able to find it on some gray market sites. It's just an absolutely beautiful fruity floral scent. And if you can find it, I would encourage you to get your nose on it, or to, if you like Miss Dior, to go ahead and order it, because I think it's lovely, and once it's gone, unfortunately, it's gone. If you like the Dior Blooming bouquet, then you may also want to look into purchasing that, because I have a feeling that also will disappear or evaporate, as I like to say, much like many of these other fragrances on the list. I hope this provides you with some information that you may need, and I'd love to know which ones you are loving from this list and which ones you think you'll be missing as well, and if you have a dupe for it or a substitute for it. Some of these can never have a substitute good enough as the original. Thank you for joining me today, and please like and subscribe, make friends in the comment, and I'll look forward to seeing you in my next fragrance video, my fragrance friends. Thank you and goodbye.